Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover. One that takes us back to when Rick Ross decided to shake the wrong table when he sent shots at 50 Cent to generate more promo for his album with Meek Mill, and like Jay-Z once explained about knowing when to stay back to let the wave pass.
I remember one time walking in the studio, it was like a small gap. Bleak beans, everybody was in there, and I was like, man, I'm telling you, man, y'all got a chance right now, just flood it, put out a lot of music because 50 Cent is coming. 4 months later, in the club hit and it was over. And It was just like, okay, now everybody got to sit on the sidelines and wait this tidal wave out.
Rick Ross should have taken notes, as while 50 Cent is selling out back-to-back shows around the world, even in the same cities within days. Rick Ross's album turned out to be a huge flop, and 50 Cent has now fired back at Rick Ross, and their reactions have been glorious, to say the least. More on this in a moment. Today, we also have more from Detroit rapper Danny Brown, who was briefly asked about working with Eminem in an interview to promote his new single, Jan's Terrific Vacation, and we'll get to this in a bit, including a couple of new milestones for Eminem. And at the latter part of the video, we have more on Dr. Dre, who recently linked up with Jermaine Dupri, and this sparked reactions accordingly, seeing as fans remember that they were beefing roughly 2 decades ago, and we'll get to this later. So starting with Rick Ross, he made a huge mistake to clown 50 Cent to promote his collab album with Meek Mill, when he claimed 50 Cent isn't doing good financially and is in need of a job, but he ain't hiring. Well. When he made this statement, 50 Cent just sold out a show of 35,000 in Paris, France, and the universe decided to do some trolling on behalf of 50 Cent when initial projections for Rick Ross's collab album came in at 35,000. But like that Eminem song, things get worse for Rick Ross, and Hits Daily put the final estimates for Rick Ross's album at equivalent sales of 31,009 copies, of which 6,176 were pure album sales. And guess what 50 Cent decided to do with this information? He took to IG after he sold out his second show in London.
What is this?
It's only gonna get worse. Trust me, Sam.
We backstage, man. We in London again. Shout out to all the yard men out here, man. You never know who we bringing out tonight. Murder,
Selling more tickets than selling albums.
Whoa!
Hey, everybody! Welcome to London!
Because I was 5 when Get Rich or Die Trying came out, and I remember it very vividly.
London. We was in the O2 last time. Now we in Wembley. Time to shake it up. Shake it up.
And 50 Cent added the caption to the post. Oh no! 31,009 laughing emojis. You might want to spend some quiet time to strategize and re-evaluate. LOL, London's second show sold out. Newcastle tomorrow night, sold out. And some believe local rappers need to know their place. A user expands. 50 Cent isn't local, it is worldwide domination. There will never be another 50 Cent goat and fire emojis. People throw around the word classic so casually, but it is clear as day that Get Rich or Die Trying is a legit classic album, not just a New York local classic, it is global. And check this out, I thought Ross said 50 Cent can't sell out music to save his life, while I guess you can't sell music to save your life because your album flopped, laughing and facepalm emojis. And more on this note, Officer Ricky said 50 can't sell music today, when in actuality him and Meek can't sell. The irony, 100% laughing emojis. Rick Ross's album had pure album sales of 6,000, and just so you know, right now 50 Cent is still racking up more daily streams on Spotify than Rick Ross, even though Ross just dropped an album this week. Moving on, Danny Brown, who previously spoke about how he opened for Eminem in the biggest show in his life at Wembley Stadium, was recently interviewed by Vulture, and he was asked, I've been thinking a lot about Detroit versus Everybody, which features you and Eminem. Is there a relationship there? I feel like we should have had a long history of collaborations. And Danny Brown replied, I would love that. I only met him one time. It is kind of hard to work with him, I feel. He's got a small circle, and that's all he F's with. You can't blame him. And even with a small circle, it is still being a couple of snakes that crawled in, took advantage, and crawled out. Some more so than others. And in fact, just like Danny Brown, Eminem took some of them to open the biggest shows they've ever had. But no good deed went unpunished, as some chose to diss his fans and diss his music shortly after. And just days after Eminem's curtain call went 10 times platinum, platinum in the United Kingdom. More has come out of Denmark, as Curtain Call 2 just went 7 times platinum in the country, and like we predicted for some time now, this will indeed end up as the best-selling hip-hop album of all time around the world in this decade. And Haley's song from the Eminem show just got certified silver in the United Kingdom. Moving on, after beefing in the 2000s, a clip recently surfaced that shows Dr. Dre and Jermaine Dupri together in 2023. And this was met with reactions along these lines: "Best thing I've seen today. I remember when they had a small beef decades back. Nice to see everybody's moved on and to the bag." On Say What You Say from the Eminem show, Eminem asked Dr. Dre about Jermaine and Dre went off. But it's nice to see that Dre didn't step on him without even knowing it when they linked up. That will be all for today. Share your thoughts below. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.